Hello and welcome to the Would-Be Carpenter Shop. My name is Donald and today we're going to be working on this mid-19th century piano. It's from the mid-1800s. I have to check on that. But I've been sanding it and have a lot of pieces at home I'm repairing. I already repaired the hammer bar, had some hammers broken. Well, let's get started. Hopefully this thing will be finished by the end of the week. All right, here we go. Here I just wanted to show you what the piano looked like before I started doing anything to it. And before I get too far, I wanted to show the stripping of the outside. I started off with 150 and just went up from there just to smooth it out and get all the heavy scratches that were in the piano. You can see a few of them disappearing. I took the hammer bar out just here and I'm going to repair a couple of hammers and I'll show you what I do with that. This is a hammer bar here and a couple of the hammers were broken, so I'm going to be replacing those and refabricating anything that needs to be refabricated. There's some springs missing over here, some felt missing, some plugs, just from being old and wore. So I'm just going to adjust it up, clean it up, because it's very sentimental to the owner. And I'll bring you with me when I bring it back to the place to put it together, because I couldn't bring the piano here because it's just too big for my little tiny shop. So yeah, I'm redoing the outside, and I've been filming that too, so I did a couple shorts on that I'm going to be releasing. Just something quick, just refinishing the outside of a piano. And thought this would be fun just because it's something unusual that not everybody gets to see. I'm sure someone on YouTube does these for like every day or something. But I'm going to look like I know what I'm doing for about one video. But yeah, let's go. If you're interested in seeing the full hammer bar repair, it'll be on video just after I complete this video. Excellent. I started with a 150 on the outside because it was so rough, and today I'm going to be going over everything with a 220, just trying to smooth it up a little bit and clean up some of the really bad damage that I can. So I'm just focusing on the outside today. I found some screws that allowed me to take these corbel-like pieces off the piano, which made things a lot easier. right. Well, I did the last coat of 220 on there, so we're ready for some color. A little bit of red mahogany is what they chose. Now I'm going to apply a standard red mahogany oil-based stain. Alrighty, first coat. Okay, then we got this side. Okay, looking good. Somewhere down the line, the pedal had broken on the bottom, just one of them. So I'm trying to take the part out so that it could be matched up and hopefully find something to replace it or substitute it. Crystal, pull up, whatever, pull up on this. I'll push down here.
Is it gonna slam down and break my thumb, is it?
If it does, you got two thumbs, but crying. Okay. Okay. Bang. 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 Okay, that way. This way. Okay. Okay. And this is what we ended up with, the broken pedal and the pieces in there, so let's go. All right. The pieces I was able to get off of the piano, I brought to my shop to repair them and refinish them, and that's what I'm going to be going over right now. Now, one of the things I was able to notice when stripping the piano and all these parts is that it had been refinished before. And there's a couple of pieces, I mean significant pieces, that cover the keys that have Bondo on them. So that presented a different challenge all of its own. So we'll just do the best we can. All right, here, just another day in the shop working on the front of the piano and the deco. I really like it when it's two-toned. I'm gonna have to make the whole thing dark again like it was when which ain't too bad, but still it looks kind of neat two-toned. Just here I'm sanding and prepping and fixing the cracks in this decorative leg. They were the same color as the piano, but I think I'm going to make them a hair darker than what they were. And the screen is going to be a little bit dark too, so it'll match it, and I think it'll look better that way. All right, now for the staining, I'm using a Jacobine color. Okay, here's a quick look at the second leg. All right, this here's the front screen. I'm going to be replacing the rotten silk fabric, silk or satin, whatever it is. Here I'm just taking apart the front screen and sanding and prepping all of the front face of the piano. Okay, I went ahead and here's the little piece I was making when I caught my fingers in the Delta sander. Ouch. So I'm making this piece here. I'm just hand filing it now, so I don't have to mess with any of the machines. But it'll fit in there very nice. And it's made of mahogany too, a little piece of mahogany. So I'll clean that up, get that on there, and get these done. These are all ready to go, and all them pieces over there, they look nice. Red mahogany. So, gotta get those started with the finish, and we'll get this going. Here's a piece I'm working on. One of these deco pieces have had a piece missing in it, and so I'm just remaking that, trimming up a little bit more, but it's at mahogany. Same piece I was working on when I cut my fingers last night. Took the tip of one of my fingers off. Not too bad, but it smarts. Right on the feeling part. Anyway, I just want to show you what I was doing with that. And then I got these pieces finished, just ready for a finish. And those pieces are looking good. And those just need a finish on those. So, getting there. All right, here I'm just replacing this little piece here. I'm just getting ready to glue it on and then color it. It's a little piece of mahogany. Just showing you how I'm putting this on here. I'm going to be gluing this and then flipping it over to the front side, sanding it down a little bit, and then putting some of the red mahogany stain on it, and then putting a finish over it. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. First coat, ready for sanding. Here we've resanded a little 220. And we're working on getting this one line here just won't stain. It won't dye stain, it won't stain, so we have to color it black. All right, kind of hard to see, but this is the second coat. It's looking really good. Second coat on a beautiful stool. Okay. I got all the keys out. I'm redoing the keys as well. So here we go. Looking good. Well, this piece was broke pretty good, but once I get a couple of coats of varnish and sanding it, it should hide it pretty well. I just brought these inside because it might rain. I sprayed them outside and brought these in. They're all looking really good. Here's the front piece. It needs to be sanded again to get this out of here and then cleaned up a little bit and then spray it again. It's coming out really nice. Yeah, all I got is my little makeshift roller since I can't find my frame, so. Here I'm just rolling out some carpenter's glue on the back of this screen to be able to lay the fabric down. The front is pretty well finished with about 3 or 4 coats of varnish. And I'm just trying to use this method so that I don't get glue down in the edges. It worked out pretty good. Tune in next time for the exciting conclusion of Where'd the Dog Go? Alright, this is Bondo. I tried to put a little bit of dye stain on this, so I'm going to do the rest of it and show you what it looks like. Alright, let's see if we can't film this right. Alright, I'm using a red mahogany dye stain. Now this here is going over the Bondo that somebody had put on this key cover, the keys cover. It's right out in the open, so I've got to do my best to try to get it to blend. That's just to get a tone to it. This is this one. Okay, let that dry, and when I wipe her down, it'll be a little bit, it'll be lighter, so it'll help out a lot with the color. All right, we'll get back to this one. I'll show you. Now just here, I've sanded my second coat. I'm wiping it down with a slightly damped rag before I apply my third coat, possibly final coat. All right, this here's the last coat. Gosh, it looks nice. Very nice. It's drying right now, so it's still wet. I just pushed it back. You can see this side really well, but it's on too. Very nice. All right, now it's come that wonderful time. We have all of our finishes on this. Turned out really nice too. It's a little dusty right now, but that's okay. What we're gonna do to it is we're going to take our pour-out steel wool and rub it down. A little bit of wax, beeswax. Just want to get enough to soak this steel wool up. Okay. Same thing as always. I'm going with the grain, and just enough I can feel it cutting into it. I'm creating an antique looking finish. It's all conditioned with wax, ready to go. I'm not pushing. I can hear it. This is cutting, but I'm not pushing it up. Really, I'm not pushing it at all. Got my finger in the corners there. Right in the corner. I have enough on here. I can use this pad again on the next one over. Okay. Okay. This has got some nice coats of finish on this. Yes, sir. Alrighty, well, start off with this. Wipe these down right away. I'm gonna have to wipe this down again once this wax dries a little bit, because it'll get a little chalky. When I wipe it down its final time, it'll be really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this frame on down here with this. Oh, that's right pretty, isn't it? Right pretty. Alrighty. Have this Bajaja fits in here. Mother humping foot. Oh, there we go. Okay. Father, give me strength and give me remembrance on how this goes together. That's the bottom. That's right. Okay, so just here I'm using a pen nailer to put the stops back in to hold the screens in. That looks real nice, don't it? Hecky darn yeah. Here I'm using a 3/4 inch pen nailer to hold these in. All the hard work finally pays off, and it's looking good. Whoa, that's not safe. Okay, let's hope that didn't go through. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay, one here in the center, doggy. One here in this center. That's nice. Turn around, we can see it. So again, it needs to be wiped down. The wax and stuff needs to be wiped down on it again. So that's going to be the face. It has all the tones to it. It has the kickstand, if you're familiar with the kickstand. Okay, it's looking real nice. I'm happy with it. I was concerned about getting some grease on the screens. Pretty well protected. Back in here too, looks good. Okay, everything is looking good. Very pleased with it. All right, let me set this one aside now and get that other one and we'll wipe it down. All right, now this is the top of the piano. We got lots of nice coats on this, and it's going to get waxed right now. That is gorgeous. I love it. Just playing a hinge. I'm gonna polish this up just a hair because it looks really, really bad. So that's what's happening tomorrow. That goes right in here. It's gonna hinge a piece. I have. Let's see how nice. Can't really see with the glare, but you can kind of get an idea how nice they turned out. All right, let's hang up the other stuff and we'll get to putting this together. All right. Now there was some decos that were on the stool that were dark, really, really dark, like Coca-Cola kind of dark. And so I'm going to take and make these decos on the piano the same shade as that, so it makes it pop. Instead of being the same mahogany red that it is, this is just going to be a little bit different. It'll be nice though. It'll really make it stand out, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Well, I was mistaken. The first coat of stain that I put on these leg decorations were the red mahogany, and I didn't notice until after I was done. But I thought I'd grabbed up the Jacobine, and that's what I'm putting on now is the Jacobine color, which is the same color as the other decos, and the darkish color of the screens so that they kind of match. Everything matches the stool, these decos on the piano. Alrighty, we're going to set these out. Alright, just here I'm putting just a touch of white glue in the screw holes. The screws were tight, but they wiggled back and forth, and they were just kind of helping each other hold that on. So figured it would help once it dried to keep them secured and still. I'm just kind of hewing it to once over here. It changes a little bit in the light, but it's not as bad as it was, huh? Watch how it changes a little bit there. Not too bad. I used a really low pressure nozzle so I didn't damage anything inside because there's a lot of delicate pieces. So I was really careful. Wait. So you can see the side of it, made it match the stool. See how it's a tone darker? Tarnations how this kid. Man, I like it. Like it a lot. So, all right. This is all of the keys. The ivory has been steamed off and taken off, and it came off pretty good. I only had a couple of them that were kind of bad. Now I have to sand these and then put the new key tops on. I'll spare you the long process of this, so we're just going to show you a portion of what I did. I'm going to save the key top video for a different video because it's quite long. All right, the keys dried overnight, and a lot of them didn't work. I don't know if it's because it's too cold. I'm guessing that's why, because I used the right glue, I used the right everything. I used some P210 on the very ends to keep them down. These ends stayed down really good, and I was able just to flip with my finger, flip this up, and it would pull it back to about here. So I went through and did all of them. Now I'm going through the process of filing the keys, and wow, this is a lot of work. You can see on these keys, see how the side it's wider, and that little piece is wider. I'm using hand files to take that down, and it's pretty hard plastic, and it scars very easily. I was just trying to show you some things that were involved in the piano. I didn't want to get into the key covering too much because it's pretty in-depth, and I will save it for another video. So, back to the piano. Thank you, Lord. It's all gummed up. You can't see it. There's so much gum and buildup on this that the keys weren't working. They're stuck on this. So I'm going to take this home and actually I'm going to mill about a 30-second off. Come on down. Just here, I'm hitting these pins to knock them either one way or the other. If there's a big gap in there, I can adjust them by, I mean, they have a tool that does it, but this is just an old-fashioned way of doing it. Just here, I'm having to adjust the key covers. The hinge is a little bit off from when it was repaired before. It had some wedges underneath. I'm going to replace those wedges that were in there because now I know why they were there. If you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Appreciate you.